Grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese.
Yeah, I haven't had grilled cheese in so long. I'm gonna grill me a cheese. I got bread, I got butter, I got cheese.
Grilled cheese is so simple and so amazing. That's like every nation's secret. Cheese and bread.
You know what I've never done before?
What?
That I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get crazy. I'm gonna use mayonnaise instead of butter. Have you ever heard of that?
Mayonnaise?
No, I've never tried it, but apparently it's because mayonnaise doesn't have as much
burn.
water in it, so it won't burn.
Yeah, it doesn't burn.
Wait, mayonnaise is oil-based, right?
It can be vegetable oil.
Huh. Anyway.
Margarine.
Have you ever done that before, though?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Is it good?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Oh, fuck. I can't wait.
I just remember doing that, actually.
Oh, man. It's going to be amazing. I have brick cheese, too, that I have to slice. Real shit.
What kind of cheese? Swiss?
Cheddar, of course. Sharp cheddar.
I want some American cheese. I want a pizza with some American cheese.
American cheese pizza, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, we gotta get that cheese bread pizza that you ordered.
Yeah?
Gotta get that again.
You liked it?
Yeah, that shit was good.
So I ordered some pizza a couple weeks ago, and with no sauce, but the local store serves
How much is it for a cheesy bread?
a cheesy bread.
Yeah,
$5.99.
$5.99, and this pizza that you ordered is $5.99. See, so this is the catch here. This is why it's so ridiculous. He basically orders the same ingredients that are in a cheesy bread, except it's on a pizza, and you get way more cheese, and it's way more delicious, and you get way more food for the exact same price for the exact same item, basically.
Yep.
And you ordered cheesy bread as well that day. I remember
I did.
the pizza was so much better. It was ridiculous. So why doesn't everyone do this?
I don't know. I thought of it. I did work there for like 8 years.
Yeah. So at least you didn't leave empty-handed.
Yeah, I know how to order from a pizza place.
And they can't mess it up, right? It's just cheese.
Yeah, you can't ruin it, man. There's no sauce, just the pizza and cheese. 2 kinds of cheese.
Remember that pepperoni pizza you made that one time? That was like 2 inches of pepperoni?
Yeah, that was
gross.
That was bad.
That was super gross.
The top was burning, the bottom was raw.
Yeah. It was just like swimming in grease on the middle.
I think this chair just broke.
You just break my chair?
No, I hit the computer. I was like, what sound did I make?
Okay. That computer's probably worthless, right?
I have the same
It's
one.
like 15 years old. I think everyone has one of those.
I just got rid of it too. This is like the pavilion.
Oh, no. Anyway. Yeah, it's a piece of shit. So, dude.
But it's a 2.6 processor.
I don't think it is.
It says it is.
It's lying.
It's really fast.
Does processor even matter anymore?
Yeah, no, totally.
Generation of processor matters more, right? Like, that's 2.6, but from 15 years ago, so 2.6 today is a million times faster.
To my understanding, I think, is the amount of processors. Nowadays, we have dual core.
Or like 16 core. I've seen that before.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Maybe I'm making that up. I'm pretty sure. I think you can just put as many as you want.
I love computers.
I love them too. I just wish they weren't so expensive.
I can't believe I wear glasses.
You wear glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So what?
I can't believe it. It's just like a...
That's amazing to you?
Yeah.
Of all the things to choose to be amazed by?
Mm-hmm.
No, but I'm always amazed by glasses. You know, I went for years. I didn't get glasses until I was like 15.
I didn't get glasses until I was like 20.
I spent years just squinting. Every day, everywhere. Everywhere I go, just squinting like this, like I'm looking into the sun. Can't fucking see. What is that? And I never knew what trees looked like. They were just like a green blur. Until one day. Glasses.
Excuse
You
me.
can see leaves. The texture. It's amazing.
Technology is amazing, man.
If you ever want to know that you're getting boned, look at how much it costs for glasses in other countries. In China, it's like nothing.
Yeah.
Glasses here, a couple $100.
I paid $300 for my glasses.
Glasses in China, like $5. Super cheap.
But mine were like designer.
Or telephones. Like, you can get a phone. The phone itself in China is as expensive or more expensive. But having the plan that you have, like the mobile coverage, is is so cheap and it's so high quality. It's crazy. I mean, you're lucky if the phone ever works here. That's a bit of an exaggeration.
That's kind of the reason
But
why...
it's just not as reliable.
That's kind of the reason why I got an iPhone, because it's, like, expensive everywhere.
But your iPhone here doesn't work as reliably as the iPhone in China, for whatever reason. It's something about the network. The network there is just so much better. And it's so cheap. I pay $8 a month for everything, for unlimited everything, and then 6 gigabytes of memory, or of data.
Do you guys use SIM cards?
Yep, of course.
Okay. So mine's unlocked. I can just use a SIM card.
You should do that.
It's already unlocked.
Yeah, you should unlock it again.
Yeah, you need to unlock your phone if you want to use it out of the country.
I really don't know how that works. Every time I come back, I always tell myself I'm going to get an Apple. I'm going to get a fucking iPhone, and I don't have to worry about any of this Android bullshit anymore. It will use Google, and it will use YouTube, and all these things that I want to access. It will always work, but I never do. Because I look into unlocking it, and I'm like, Jesus.
No, man, you just call them. You provide them with a code.
That's getting crazy. We're getting crazy now. Providing people with codes.
It's literally three steps.
Do we have to turn the keys at the same time as well?
No, you just provide them with a code that the phone comes with.
I'm not capable of that.
And you wait 2 minutes to restart the phone.
But
and
this
it's
is a Chinese phone. It didn't come with anything.
Well, Chinese phone is completely different. I don't know that market.
No, but anyway, I would have to get a SIM card that works on the Chinese network. So I'd have to take it to China unlocked with no SIM card in it, and then get a SIM card in China that works with that iPhone.
Yeah, that's normal.
Which, according to people who I've talked to, is not very difficult, but I'm just procrastinating it.
You're not as tech savvy as you thought you would be.
I'm never tech savvy. I wish I was. I wish I was that guy who knew everything about technology. I love technology, but I don't know shit about it.
Do you think people have more time on their hands than we do?
Other people?
Mm-hmm.
No one. Everyone has the same amount of time. We just waste most of ours.
I love relaxing.
I'm a lounger. I'm a chronic lounger. I like to lounge. I can't nap. If I fall asleep, I'm done for the day.
Damn.
Like, I can't just sleep for 15 minutes. But I will. You just give me 20 minutes or 30 minutes to lay down and close my eyes.
Yeah.
Listen to some music. I will jump up. Like I just slept for 6 hours. I feel great afterwards. Just need a little lounge. In college, when you're living in the dorm, you leave your door open. If anyone wants to come by and talk to you, they can. And that's kind of just what you do, I guess.
Mm.
But I was a dirty lounger, and so I would leave the door open and just basically take a nap. Just lounge there with my eyes closed, listen to music, and people would just wander into the room and start talking to me.
That's pretty cool. That's actually a really cool experience.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
Hey, Brian, you there? Yeah, come here.
It was never, hey, Brian, you there? If the door was open and they could hear the music, they knew I was just laying on my bed with my hands behind my head like this. And they would just walk right up next to my bed and be like, hey, what's up?
That's awesome.
Man, I miss college. It was so much fun. I just miss Montana. I don't miss being a student. I just miss Montana. It was a great place. Really great place. If I lived to see old age, I would like to go live there.
It's pretty cool. Big thing to say. You want to retire in Montana?
Yeah, if I live to be that old. The ripe old age of 35. Retired in Montana.
I think people should be able to retire faster as more generations come.
Well, it's the classic problem, like, of what we would like to happen versus what's realistic, and it's just not realistic to support so many people. Not yet. I think in the future, some form of government handout will be mandatory, like, otherwise, because there's just be nothing for people to do.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not for a long time, and it's going to be a very rocky transition. A lot of people are going to try to do that, implement that, and it's going to go very wrong. But eventually it's going to happen. But at the moment, socialism doesn't seem like it works.
Is socialism close to capitalism, do you think?
No, they're the opposite. Do you know?
No, I know, but I was trying to argue that capitalism is so similar to socialist.
They're the opposite of each other.
Not communism, socialists.
Yeah, socialists are not capitalists. It's like the antithesis
I know.
of them.
I guess I was picking out definitions and using them in a weird way. But I was arguing with I know, I can feel you looking at me. It was just something I was thinking of at the time. Just a weird conversation I had with a history teacher.
Okay, so what did they say?
He was like, no. He's like, I know what you mean, but I agree, but they're totally different. Exactly what you just said. Governments. We live in a great country.
We do. We're so incredibly lucky to be.
We are. I'm not spoiled by all means.
Hey man, you were just saying that your life is so incredibly difficult.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was just. I don't even know what I was saying.
That's what you said.
Let's not talk about our other podcasts. Okay?
They don't exist.
We're on another one.
Live in the moment.
Yeah.
But anyway, we are incredibly lucky.
I love this place. I guess that's why I'm so happy. As far as
you're a happy-go-lucky guy, huh?
First generation immigrant in a first world country.
American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a first world country. I am suffice. Is that right? Suffice?
You're content?
Content, yeah. Content.
Mm-hmm.
That suffices me. If that's right.
Almost.
Yeah, by all means, it's not a grammar correct podcast.
No, it's not. And I'm a teacher, but I don't do any correction.
This is for the lighthearted.
So,
yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh damn! I was like,
man, I'm really excited about that grilled cheese.
Junk food.
I know, man. You know, I decided I'm gonna do when I go back to China. I'm gonna try a diet. I'm gonna try a carnivore diet where you only eat meat.
You haven't tried that yet?
No, I've never tried that. Well, it's just a pain in the ass. You have to cook for yourself, basically. In China, it's difficult to find good meat.
I'm glad we're on the topic of diets. I'm going to ask you a diet question.
Okay, I am not an expert.
I know, but they say you can eat pretty much anything you want.
Totally true.
To an extent. And if it fulfills...
your macronutrients.
Yeah, then you're totally fine. You can eat McDonald's, you can eat junk food, but depends on how much, and portions.
I think that's true. I think there's nothing inherently wrong with McDonald's as long as you're not eating too much of it. And it all comes down to calories. The problem with McDonald's is it's so calorie dense you can eat a little bit and eat too much.
That's crazy. That makes me happy.
Well, if you look at it one way, McDonald's is sort of like a miracle food.
Yeah.
It's always the same everywhere in the world. It's always delicious. It's cheap. It's high calorie. It has everything you need in it. It has protein. It has vitamins. Because they put those things into it. It's not like it... a tiny little sliver of beef doesn't come with however many 25 grams of protein, whatever is in a Big Mac.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
it's good food.
the problem is when people eat like 3 of them and they have a giant extra large Coke and they have French fries with it, and then you've eaten 2 days worth of food just right there, and then you're gonna have 2 more meals that day.
Yeah, everything in moderation.
Exactly. So anyway, I'm going to do this meat diet where I just eat as much fucking meat as I can every day.
Eat your fiber, I hear.
Dude, I am going to just do meat. I'm going to try it for a month. And I'll probably take a multivitamin at the same time every day.
That's smart.
And that's it. Just meat and salt and water and a multivitamin. I need to get some of those gummies. Because I've got these multivitamins right now. It's like multivitamin for men, whatever, generic bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's like a fucking horse pill. It's like a giant stick of chalk. Like, why can't I just have a gummy bear?
Yeah, no, eat the gummy bears.
Only children are allowed to have good tasting medicine?
Hell no.
What is this bullshit?
Fuck. The gummy bears are delicious.
So yeah, I'll probably get some of those before I go back.
Yeah, it's like vitamin ones or vitamin ones.
What I started doing right before I left was just having huge portions of meat and then a very little bit of bread. Mm-hmm. So what I would do is I would cook like a kilogram, like 2.5 pounds of pork. Mm-hmm. Just 2 giant cuts of pork. And I would sear them on a pan and then put them in the oven for like 45 minutes. And then I would just have like 2 pieces of buttered bread. And I was using this butter called ghee. It's this Indian butter that's had all of the water removed from it. And so it has a very high burning point.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be more healthy for you. It's delicious as well. It's like lard, basically. But that's all. That's my whole meal. And
was it tasty?
Yeah, it's amazing. And just those... I usually get a cut of loin and a cut of like backstrap. The translation for the meat said scapula. So it's like the muscle under the scapula, but it's so delicious. And
what cut is that?
It just said scapula on the translation of what it said on the package.
Underneath the meat?
No. Do you know what the scapula is?
No.
When you're on your shoulder blade, the muscle that connects the shoulder blade to the back, the muscle that pulls the shoulder blade like this, that's called the scapula. It's a long muscle like that.
Like the tendons or something.
No, it's a muscle.
The scapulas.
Anyway.
I hear you.
Anyway, it's really good meat. And so I started doing that right before I left, and it wouldn't be a big deal to just cut out the bread.
It's super lean, isn't it?
The scapula is not very lean. The loin is.
The loin.
Okay. There's not a lot of flavor in the loin.
Where's the loin? Do you know?
The loin is the ass? I don't know. or no, tenderloin is the backstrap.
Like right above the ass or something?
I have no idea. I'm not a fucking butcher. Google it.
This is a lean meat with like.
I can't remember. White. I can never remember the cuts of meat. Good. Loin is probably the tenderloin is probably the backstrap. It's not a lot of fat. It's supposed to be quite tender, but that scapula muscle is awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna try to do that for a month and just have 2 big ass pieces of meat every day with salt and pepper and some water.
Okay.
And see how I feel after a month.
So you're learning how to play Red Hot Chili Peppers on your acoustic guitar.
Oh yeah, man. Dude, guitar is so difficult.
Yeah.
I forgot everything in the moment. I watched this YouTube video that teaches me how to do Red Hot Chili Peppers because I chose Californication.
Yeah.
The doom 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 bum 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 da da. You know the like chorus. Mm-hmm. I chose that for my first song, and it's fucking unbelievably difficult. That transition I just cannot do.
Do you want to put it on your podcast and then
try it on the podcast?
Yeah, try it on the podcast.
No, I don't think people want to hear me fail at Californication.
It was pretty good. I knew what the song was.
Yeah, I know, but this transition is impossible. I can't get my finger to move fast enough.
What if what if you played now and then later after like podcast like 75, you're like an expert guitar. You want to hear this?
All right, maybe I'll try it. I like the idea of a transition.
Yeah. It's like a time capsule. Everybody likes a time capsule.
A time capsule?
Yeah. What do you think?
Hopefully everyone follows along with us for the next 10 years so they can see me get slightly better at this.
Yeah.
Right.
I have an electric guitar I'm trying to learn.
I think it's like this. So you recognize that?
Yeah.
But here's this transition.
Okay.
You know the transition in your head, right? You hear it.
Yeah.
Like da 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 da. But you have to hit it on, hit it off, strike back on, pull off, and then hit this one.
Oh, complicated. On the same string?
I cannot do that.
Maybe we have some expert guitar players listening that can help this guy.
Anyway, that's enough of that. Don't give me your pity.
No. You suck. No, good job.
You should bring your electric guitar and we should jam.
Yeah, no, I have an amp.
Oh shit.
Dun, 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 dun.
Can you play anything?
No. I know like one like what is it even called? Like a chord progression.
Oh man. Well, you should just play that chord over and over again, and maybe we can do something with it. Maybe we can become famous musicians, Arman.
Oh, Tenacious D happening over here. Like Tenacious D?
Hey man, I would never assume that I have the musical talent of Jack Black.
He's really good.
Yeah. Or the dude who's with him. Kyle something? Kyle...
No, I don't know names
something.
that very well.
I think it's Kyle. But, yeah, they're fucking great. It's a great movie too, The Pick of Destiny.
This is a bit of a tangent. Did you know I used to be able to read some Egyptian hieroglyphics?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, Arman, tell me about the time that you were an Egyptologist.
It's super easy though.
Tell me. Oh yeah.
It's like
tell
the
me
ladder
about it.
means the ladder to heaven.
Wow, you sound like an expert.
Dude, this is years ago. This is in elementary school.
So what you're saying is, you looked in a book, and the book told you that this symbol means this.
Yeah, and I memorized it.
Okay. So you weren't really like reading hieroglyphs.
No, I knew a little bit of symbols. It's a fun fact, asshole.
Well, like when I look up a word in Chinese,
child.
I don't tell people that I can read Chinese.
If I was a child, you'd scar me for life.
Yeah, I crush dreams. That's the kind of teacher I am. I'm a dream crusher.
That's a good thing.
All right, everyone's gotta have their job.
That's good.
Sometimes students really need
Reality checks.
They need just like brutally honest, almost aggressive.
Brian cashes reality checks in advance. He pays you an interest.
Like sometimes my students will ask me why they can't go to America and teach Chinese, like I'm in China teaching English. And I'm like, well, it's simply because we have lots of Chinese people. And speaking Chinese isn't that valuable when you have a country with lots of Chinese people in it. Why would we give you a job speaking Chinese when we have American citizens who speak Chinese, who also speak English, and they live just down the street? Why would we bring you across an ocean when we have those people?
That's true. That's
and as opposed to the city I'm in with 12 million people and there's only a couple thousand teachers, like 2,000 teachers. I'm like, the difference is just supply and demand. There's very, very, very few people in this city who speak English, who are native English speakers. And so that's why I can get a good job.
Brain drain.
Wait, what?
The American brain drain. Sucking out the intelligent people from outside the country.
Oh, yes.
To America. That's what I just thought of.
Yes. That absolutely does happen. There's definitely an argument to be made that it's detrimental to other countries. Allowing the smart people to just leave and go to another country. Obviously, I don't propose that they should stop them. But it's, how do you expect this other country to ever improve itself if all of its intelligent people keep leaving? All of its creative people, all the entrepreneurs, all the innovators.
What is it called? Outsourcing. They're still outsourcing.
Of course. But outsourcing is usually grunt work. It's not the innovators. being outsourced.
Hey, if we didn't have those thousands of immigrants coming into America from the South,
What would happen?
what would happen?
Nothing.
Literally nothing would be made.
Everyone has this idea that America would fall apart if we stopped immigration. What do you think would happen?
I guess there's still enough people working.
Are you kidding me? We are in no danger of just about anything. People totally underestimate how secure America is. Let me put it this way. The American federal government can shut down completely, and the state governments will still run shit perfectly well. In many ways, I would say the state government can do a better job regulating themselves than the federal government can. That's impressive, man. That's a good thing for a country to be able to do that.
Yeah, I hear you. What do you think about Good Mythical Morning?
What is that?
It's a show that I love. It's just two friends that talk about news and.
Oh man, I wish we were friends. Then we could do that.
I know, I hate you. I hate your fucking guts.
What do they do?
They just talk about they do everything. You should just watch it. You should just watch it.
Okay, I'll check it out. Good Mythical Morning.
It'll probably be your new favorite show.
I doubt it.
Jeez, I doubt it too.
No, I'm sure it's good. I don't know, man. I kind of want to have pizza.
Pizza? Go make some pizza. I'll keep the audience preoccupied.
No, we're already at like 28 minutes. I'm not going to go make pizza right now. I can wait till afterwards. I'm not an animal.
No, you're hungry. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's a relative term. Okay. Man, America's such a great place. It's so nice to be back. I miss it so much while I'm gone.
How is it being back?
It's so great, man. Yeah. I literally can't explain. I can't put into words how much I appreciate just seeing the sky and the blue sky and the sunshine. It's so nice. And the smell of grass and trees and dirt and hearing the crickets and the birds and seeing deer run across the lawn. It's fucking incredible, man.
Is where you live in China more rural, urban?
Urban. I live in the middle of a 12 million person city.
Oh, true. Okay.
I think that's how many people are in New York? Like 9 million?
Don't know.
Anyway, so it's very polluted. It's very dirty. It's very noisy. That's something that I always have to deal with. I always have to acclimatize to how quiet it is here.
Yeah, you're a city boy.
There's like almost like a anxiety that I get when I first get back, and I walk into my parents' house out here in like the suburbs, and it's so quiet.
It's nice out here.
It's beautiful out here. Don't get me wrong, but
suburban hood.
Just to give you an example, there is a fucking motorcycle that's had its alarm going off. It's like theft alarm.
Yeah. For
the last 2 years, outside my apartment. And it goes off so much that people who visit me, who are like from a different part of the city, or they're like from a different city and they need somewhere to crash, they'll say, "Oh my god, that bike is so annoying." I'm like, "What bike?" I just get used to it. You just don't hear it anymore. You know, at one point there was like a 3-month period where the building I was in was being renovated. They were putting a new roof on it, and they were renovating the apartments right above me. Literally a fucking jackhammer. 18 hours a day, right above me.
Are you just a heavy sleeper? Or you just like...
No, I didn't sleep at all. I never sleep, but now I was awake and angry, rather than just being awake.
So you adapted to loud noises now?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it just kind of, you get used to it. It's never, ever quiet. There's always horns and construction, and like construction sounds like a war zone. It's like gigantic crashes every now and then. There's beeping. There's everything. Screaming. All sorts of crazy shit. There's animals all over the place.
Okay.
It's bananas out there. It's like the fucking
City.
Wild West.
I've only visited cities. Never really lived in any city.
It's fun, don't get me wrong. It's interesting being... You know what's weird is, man? I know that this area we're in right now is way safer than where I live in China. You know, just safer than living in the city.
Mm-hmm.
But it's because we're all alone out here that makes this area feel so sketchy. Because in China, I don't think anybody is suspicious unless they're like literally trying to break into my house at this very moment. Otherwise, you just think, yeah, there's a person there because there's always people. I look at my window at any time of the night and there'll be people walking by.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but out here, you know, like I look out my window and there's somebody walking by. That means they're like on my lawn and it's really fucking sketchy. What are you doing out here? Why are you on my lawn?
Yeah. How's your privacy over there?
Oh, you get almost none. No one ever bothers you, don't get me wrong. But, you know, you're definitely being monitored.
So you had a life and death moment over there in China. You said walking past a construction site.
Oh, yeah. Well, it wasn't a life or death moment. It was just kind of it was a ridiculous situation to be put in, where I was approaching this bend in the street that I always take, but today it was inside of a construction zone because China. You know, the day before it's like just a nice little street corner, and today it's like a catastrophic war zone, and all the department stores that you walked by yesterday are destroyed today. You know, like the little breakfast place that you eat at every day is gone now. Mm-hmm. Whatever. And so to my right, there's a concrete wall where all those stores used to be that are being demolished. And then to my left, there's this like blue construction wall. And as I get closer to the bend, the walls get closer together.
Yeah.
And just before the bend, there's this giant pile of rubble that's going up over the blue wall and on the other side. And this excavator has been dumping its rubble bucket onto this spot. So you got to time the excavator so it dumps the rubble and then it swings back to pick up another load, and you got to run past and you got to climb over the hill a little bit and get past it before you get rubble dumped on you. Mm-hmm. You know, just little things like that. It's weird because it's like almost masochistic, because in the moment you're cursing China. In the moment I'm like, fuck this fucking bullshit, this outrageous. Like, I'm fucking climbing over this rubble hoping that they don't drop a basket of rocks on my head.
Yeah. But
then later in the night, you're like, well, that was just kind of awesome. It was fun, you know? It's exciting.
It's crazy to hear.
I think that's why it's so hard to leave. It's, you know, you'll
it's
never
an adventure.
have... Yeah, it is an adventure. You'll never have shit like that. You know, I can tell you another story. I can tell you a million stories. Just a little while ago, I was visiting a friend of mine who I hadn't seen. I hadn't been to his apartment. He's in a completely different part of the city. Mm-hmm. I hadn't been there in probably 6 weeks. And last time I went there, I got on a bicycle and I rode a bicycle to his house, like a rented bike. This time I was just walking. And I turned down the same street I turned down last time. Mm-hmm. Went like about a mile down that street. Then you're supposed to take a right, and then his apartment building's on that street. Mm-hmm. Giant, like, 6-lane road, 3 on each side. Instead of that road and that neighborhood with all those high-rise apartments, there was nothing there, and there was just like a 40-foot deep hole in the ground that was like a half a mile long and like I don't know, a couple 100 feet across. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, shit. And so I had to backtrack very, very far and find a new way to get there. I think I messaged you that night. I was like walking through the construction zone, dodging the fucking dump trucks.
Water truck?
Yeah, and no, the dump trucks.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, you did. You did call me. I remember.
That shit was chaotic.
Yeah. No, it's not funny, but like...
No, it's not funny in the moment, but it's certainly funny afterwards. Definitely. It's just so...
I'm glad
such a strange situation.
I'm glad you could just easily call me, just waking me up and just hey. But I wasn't even sleeping.
Yeah, you're never asleep.
we have a funny
schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because we like video games.
Mm-hmm. It's going to become even more destructive now.
Yeah.
WoW. Like, you better not get a very demanding job because you're not going to be able to keep it.
Damn. Don't quit your day job or actually go quit it.
You should quit your day job for WoW.
I don't know. How rigorous do you think it's going to be?
WoW?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's going to be ruthless.
Yeah.
It is. Especially Classic. I think we're going to go super hard on BFA just because we want to.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to have to be super dedicated for Classic. Especially if we're trying to create content. You're going to have to play the shit out of that game.
I don't even want to think about Classic. I want to enjoy BFA. BFA just came out.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want to think about Classic. I'm glad Classic's not going to come out for a while.
If I keep thinking about Classic, I'm just going to burn. I'm going to burn out. I'm going to be like anticipating practically another game.
It is another game, yeah. I agree. Let's not think about Classic too much.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's 36 minutes.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. That's been another podcast by Brian and Arman, and I hope you all enjoyed. We still don't have a name for this, do we?
No, we don't.
Well, we'll figure it out soon, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I hope everyone enjoyed. Take care. Want to say goodbye to everyone?
Yep. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye. Have a good day or night.